Hi there. Hi, Witch. How are you? Welcome, everyone. Thank you for joining me. How is everyone today? How are you doing today, Witch? We're going to take a look at the collective um, for now, just to see what's going on, what we can expect, what's coming up for us, that kind of thing. It seems like so much has been going on, and I don't know about you guys, but I feel a little bit uneasy about what's happening these days, and we can't really get a clear picture as to what it is we have to look forward to these days. We're waiting for the midterms, of course. Great, yeah, I'm doing really well. Thank you, Rich. Thank you. Thank you for being here. I appreciate you. And then after we look at that, then I'll take some questions from you guys also. I'm a little hoarse today. Okay. See what we have. All right. All right, Spirit. What is it that you want the collected to know right now? What is it that you would like the collective to know right now? All right. I'll bring you guys down. I'll pull 5 cards to start. Wow. Hmm. So, what I'm looking at here is the first 2 cards up are swords, 5 of swords and 8 of swords. And of course, we know that there's a lot of conflict and things going on, especially politically. And but I think what this is saying is those little um, conflicts that are going on doesn't mean that um, they're going to come up with a full blown war. That's what I'm getting here, because this 8 of swords showing up here, swords are always about conflict and that kind of thing. But with this 8 of swords showing up here, I hope you guys can hear me. Um, it looks like uh, we may see some people going to jail soon. Now, we also feel like we are being, tied up, not knowing which way to go. But of course, this tells us also that we have the opportunity to see things differently and to, what I think? I think that what we're feeling right now is like we are kind of tied down because of all of the things that have been happening. We don't know what's going to happen next. And not only that, we don't know. Thank you, Which, for telling me that, because I wasn't sure. Not only that we don't know, um, what's going to happen next, but it keeps us kind of in a bind because we don't know which, how things are going to go. And it seems like nothing is happening. It's like we're just waiting, we're in this bind. People think that they're getting away with something with this card here. It's like we have people feel like they can continue to do it, and we're feeling like we're kind of in a bind because we don't see a lot happening either. But I see this Queen of Swords here, and to me, she is looking like she's ready to take the lid off of things. So I think that in the very near future, these things are going to start moving, things are going to start flowing. And then we have the High Priestess. When that lid comes off of that cup, all those secrets are going to come out. It's going to be a lot of secrets that we're going to be able to see. That's what we have going for the near future. And then we also, with this Two of Wands, someone is making plans, like overseas plans. I want to clarify some more, though. I want to clarify those some more. Let's see what else we can find out. Yeah, I think they're celebrating right now. As far as people in the administration right now, they think they have things covered. They think they have won. Um, as far as getting away with all the things that they've been doing. But we're going to get some news fast that's going to change that. And then we have, oops, two cards here, so let's look at both. Wow. Okay. With that eight of Swords there, we're going to find out about, with the Six of Pentacles here, where money has gone. And we've always wondered about what was going on with monies and that kind of thing. This is why I think this is what's going to put someone in prison or in jail, because of the money that they were taken away from the people and given it to someone else. And when we say taken away from the people, you can believe it's our taxpayer dollars that they're taking away. They're trying to get away with it, but it looks like, this kind of verifies to me this Two of Wands. It's like someone with this Six of Swords is trying to move on, trying to get out of the way, trying to move to higher ground. Okay? So there's a lot of action going on here. The Seven of Wands. We have the Eight of Wands. We have the Four of Wands. A lot of action. Let's see what this Queen is talking about. The Queen is talking about someone being a fool because the information is coming out quickly, and some action is going to be taken because of it. We're going to find out about a lot of these partnerships that were going on. And when that lid comes off of that cup, we're going to find out about a lot of partnerships that were going on. Again, we have the Ace of Wands here. There's a lot of movement going on, guys. A lot of movement going on concerning politics. Then we have the Three of Pentacles. We're clarifying that High Priestess now. So there's been collaborations, a lot of secrets going on with collaborations between people. The Wheel of Fortune. The karma is coming. It is time for karma to come. So those people who have thought they were strong and they could handle it and they could just do what they want, that lid is gonna come off of that cup, and the High Priestess is gonna give us all the information that we need. And then, choices. Okay, Two of Swords. So I talked about this Six of Swords here, um, somebody moving on, but we also have the Two of Swords here. Now, there's plans being made, but they've got to make a choice. They're thinking about which way they're going to do it, how they're going to do it, and it looks like somebody is going to be, of course, they're always paying off people. That's nothing new. So we're going to see that happening. And it's a burden. Whatever is going on, these people are getting ready to get their karma. And it's really causing a big burden for them because they know that the truth is going to come out. And at the bottom of the deck, we have the Ten of Cups. I think this is about us. This is about the people being happy. I think that this something is going to happen pretty soon that's going to blow the lid off of everything. It seems to be happening pretty fast. So, there we have it. Let's see, am I frozen? I don't, doesn't look like I'm frozen. Okay, good. Okay, so, I think looks like we have some good things coming up. I'm going to, what I'm going to do, read for the month of August. Hi, Flawed, how are you? I hope everything's okay now. If not, just go out and come back in. Okay. Let's see what the month of August. We're so close. All right, Spirit. Tell us about the month of August. What do we have to look forward for, or what will we be experiencing during the month of August? It seems like we should see some movement now. We should see some things happening that's going to help us, guys. I mean, a couple of things have already happened with Mitch and Lindsay. Oh, no problem, Flawed. With Mitch and Lindsay. So let's see what else is going on, Spirit. Give us information about the month of August. What is happening for the month of August? Hi, Christine. Good to see you. What is going on for the month of August, Spirit? Two cards, yeah. Month of August. One, two, okay, there's week 4. One, week 2. That Fool keeps showing up. I'll bring you guys down. That Fool keeps showing up. Somebody. Wow. And then we have that same Prison card again. Surprised I picked some of the same cards that we had the first time. Okay, so let's look at the first week of August, and we have Five of Cups. We know that's all about regret. That's all about regret, grief, that kind of thing. That first week may be interesting. Then we have the Queen of Cups again with that lid that she's holding and she's looking at and she's so protective of. I think that we're going to get some information coming. We have the Hierophant. That information that we get is going to be about the government. And then we have the Page of Pentacles. Now we know something new, because the pages are all about, they're new. So something new is going to come out with some information about money. Okay. Could be also a little bit about health in there too, about someone's health. But first week looks like grief. Okay, we have the Nine of Cups. I'm feeling like this card is making me feel like someone is expecting something, but it's not going to be exactly as they want in that second week. I feel like those cups could be, it's just a feeling I'm getting, guys, that those cups could all turn over and, spill. The same as with this the Queen of Cups that we kept. Second time she's come up. Okay, and then we have the Nine of Pentacles. Again, we're talking about the money again, and I don't know. This may be about a woman, a very independent woman that's gonna help cause these cups to spill. And we have the Six of Cups. The first 2 weeks, I can tell you're going to be very, very emotional because things from the past are going to come up. And it could be because of some woman, some independent woman that's going to bring everything up. And then we have the King of Cups. Again, very emotional for someone in a leadership role. That King. And all because of a woman here. Wow, that's interesting. Then we have week 3. We have the Hermit. And of course, that's somebody shining a light on something. Somebody has been doing some investigations and they found something and they're shining a light on it. And it shines a light on the Fool, whoever this Fool is here, the month of August. And I bet you it has something to do with this King and this woman, because there's regrets coming also. Yeah, the Fool here is going to find out about an investigation that's come up that involves them, and they're going to look very foolish. Then we have the Star. I feel like whoever this is, they're going to be trying to move things around, because in one hand they have, things going one way, and another hand they have things going another way. I feel like whoever this fool is with this investigation, they're going to be trying to get rid of things, move things around, that kind of thing. Because whatever's going on, it could land somebody in jail. Okay, then we have the high priestess here, week 4. High priestess, again, she knows everything. She has all the secrets, and the secrets are going to come out, and the secrets are about something going on in the White House, guys, with this 401 here. This is my White House card. So whoever, people that have been working together and that kind of thing, secrets are going to come out. But here we have the 7 of Wands. People are going to be on the defensive, but there's going to be 4 cups again. A lot of disappointment happening. Someone is someone is being given a chance. I got a feeling that people are going to need to come forward and talk, even though they don't want to. I think the month of August is going to be it for us, guys. I mean, not it in the sense that's saying that everything's going to be over, but I feel like the month of August is going to bring a lot of clarity for us. If it doesn't happen before that, then, it takes time, and I see things happening these last couple of weeks of July, but the month of August, I think, is when we're going to see a lot of things happening. The King Fool, yep. Oh, yeah. Yeah, that's so sad about Nolan. It's just so sad. It's too bad kids can't even get together these days and do things together. Okay, looks like I missed a lot of you. Let's see. Yeah, I think we're near the end. When it starts raining, it's gonna pour. It's going to pour. That's for sure. Okay, you're getting a lot of the same things I was. That's good. It's a lady from Fox News who came out yesterday and said she's going to tell everything she knows. Oh, really, Christine? I didn't hear that. Well, there's a lady that's going to spill some beans. And once she starts, so is she an anchor on Fox News or something? Oh, well, I hope they, you know what, that article of impeachment. Now, what happens, guys, if it's a possibility that the Senate could vote for it? What do you think? I think so. Because that was always the holdup, was whether or not the Senate would vote for it. Oh, she may have been let go. Ah. Is this recently? You said that, okay, there's a lady from, she came out yesterday. Hmm. Should we read on her? Hmm. Now I gotta find out who this is. Who's the lady on Fox News that says she has a lot to tell, and she was let go recently? Oh, okay. I got it right here, guys. Her name is, let's see. Is it Janice Dean? Is that who we're talking about? She's been with them for 22 years. In the last few days, she has posted that she has many, many, many stories to tell now that she's no longer with the network. She also said she felt she had been muzzled while working there, particularly regarding her criticism of former New York Governor Andrew Cuomo over COVID. Oh, I wonder if that's what it is. She says she plans to speak more openly. Says she left in June after ongoing health challenges. That's what Fox says. She began speaking out about her experiences and hinted there is much more she'll reveal in the future. Do you think that, okay, it's a blonde lady. Hmm. Okay, this is a blonde lady, and Fox let her go. Okay, they're checking. Okay, they're saying that it's probably her. She's blonde. Janice Dean is blonde, and she has posted, I have many, many, many stories. I'm free now. So it must be her. Now, I'm sure, well, she may have some information about Como, but I don't think that matters right now. She says many, many, many stories to tell. So I have a feeling that it involves more than him. Let's see. Let me read on her. All right, Spirit, tell us about Janice Dean. Janice Dean, who was fired from Fox. Wow, that's crazy. No. Christine, you got all the info. What was the reason? Okay, let me read on her first. ESPN let all those black commentators go this week, even Cam Newton. I wonder. Hmm. All right, let me, Spirit, tell us about Janice Dean. What does she know? What does Janice Dean know, Spirit? What does she want to talk about? What does she want to tell us? That's about Janice Dean. Janice Dean, Spirit. What does she know? Janice Dean, okay. Janice Dean, Spirit. Ace of Wands at the bottom of the deck. Yeah, she's ready to spill some beans. She sure is. Mm. She has some dark stuff to tell. She has some dark stuff to tell. Like I said, the bottom of the deck has the Ace of Wands, which means that she's serious. There's a lot of things that she wants to talk about. Then we have the Ace of Cups. So this is something, this may be some things that we haven't heard, guys. This Ace of Cups here, and the water is overflowing. When we talked about everything coming out, she does have a lot of information that she can tell. And we have the Ten of Swords here. Somebody is going to be, she's talking about somebody. There's going to be an ending. This, whatever she's talking about here, is like she's stabbing people in the back. So this is like the ending of something here. The moon, which is telling me that it's a lot of dark things that she knows, things that have been kept in the kept secret, and she really does know. And we're talking about the we have the Ten of Pentacles here. Oh, she knows a lot about the money. A lot about the money. You know, everything revolves around money, guys. That's nothing new. We already know that that's how that works. And then we have the Six of Swords. So I feel like, yeah, she feels like she wants to, she's ready to move on. But sounds like she has to talk before she moves on. So let's see what else we get here with her. King of Swords. I would say that that's someone. Actually, I'm feeling like it's more about the law being brought in because of what she's talking about. Clarifying that Ten of Swords, we get the Five of Swords. So this is where someone thought that they won the war or the battle, but they didn't win the war because she is bringing out information. Then we have the Knight of Cups. Oh, you know what? Maybe I feel like, wow, I wonder if she was ready to talk even before, and they knew it, and they tried to offer her something to keep quiet, is what I'm feeling. And then with that King of Pentacles there, we have the Seven of Swords. And we all know that the Seven of Swords think they have gotten away with something. They have staked their claim there, but they really haven't. And then we have the Page of Pentacles again. New information coming out. Something we haven't heard before. Wow. she does have something to say, and I think she's going to say it. Just going to take my pendulum out here, guys. Just want to know a little more about her. Janice Dean. It's clear. All right. All right, Spirit. Tell us, does Janice Dean have lots of information that she's going to talk about? Getting yes. Is this information harmful for the people that she is talking about? Yes. Will we hear this? Will she get the opportunity to talk? Will she get the opportunity to talk? Yes. Okay. That could be one of the things that's coming up in August, guys. That's what it looks like. Okay, let's see what else. Christine said something about the ESPN commentators. They were all black. Okay. Okay, tell me, wait a minute. Tell me about the ESPN commentators that were fired or let go of this week. What happened with that situation? Really? Okay, because this is what it says, guys. Um, wow, it was a lot of them. Wait, hmm. Let's see if you guys can hear it.
Yahoo Sports, Miss Foster. This week's ESPN layoffs were part of a larger corporate restructuring, not a response to poor performance by the commentators. The biggest driver was ESPN's integration of NFL Network after Disney's acquisition of NFL media assets, which created overlapping roles. ESPN also cited broader Disney cost-cutting and organizational changes. Some of the most recognizable names reportedly affected include Ryan Clark, one of ESPN's top NFL analysts and a former Super Bowl champion.
Okay, we don't need to know all that. But yeah, there's a whole list of them here. Um, but I never heard them get rid of so many people at one time. That's crazy. Okay, they're saying that it's restructuring. Let's see if that's true. Let's ask the pendulum. All right, Spirit. ESPN has laid off a lot of their commentators. Is this well, first of all, is it true that they have laid off many commentators? And that's a yes. Okay, and is it true that the reason that they laid them off is because of restructuring? Look at that. That says no. That's not the truth. So what do we think it is? I'm not a sports person, but when I hear stuff like that, restructuring, why would they lay off so many? Show me pictures of all the ones that were let go of this week. So they show the best known ones: Ryan Clark, Carl Ravitch, Cam Newton, and Tom Pizarro. Okay, so that's out of the four, there's two blacks. Okay, I was trying to get them all, but let's see. I need you to show, give me photos of all of them, not just the most known. Saying you've got to fire these. Okay, let's see if they're going to give me others. I need photos of all of them that were let go, not just the best known. There were numerous producers, editors, and other employees laid off, but ESPN has not released a complete public roster of those staff members, so there aren't publicly available photos for all of them. The people above are the named individuals whose departments have been confirmed in reporting. Departures have been confirmed. There's 10 people that they list that's been confirmed, but they're saying that there's many others. So what's happening with ESPN? Is ESPN owned by Disney? Payroll reduction. Who owns ESPN? Disney. The majority. Hearst Communication owns 18%, and the National Football League owns 10%. So when they say they're restructuring, what does that really mean? Not that they'll tell me the truth either, but I can ask. It's 10 people. Florida's 10 people. They list them here. Okay, so Well, they're saying that AI is saying that when they say that they're usually changing things in the organization, and some jobs are no longer fit. Okay, so maybe, I guess it's possible that it could be financial because maybe people aren't watching television as much. So let's see. Because whatever restructuring means, I don't know if that's it. Okay, Spirit, talk to us about ESPN. ESPN. Why have they let go so many people? So it sounds like it's even more people than the 10 that they listed here, because you know, they're talking about people that we don't see that's, you know, that's behind the scenes. So it's like they have a new business plan, is what they're saying. What's going on with ESPN, Spirit? You taught her how to read between the lines. Well, let's ask. Okay, chat. Read between the lines and tell me what might really be going on. But you said you asked Claude. Yep. That's true, Claude. A lot of people cancel Disney subscriptions. That's very true. They're saying that live sports rights have become incredibly expensive. And ESPN pays billions for NFL, NBA, college football, and other leagues. If those costs go up, the company looks for saving. Well, they let go a whole bunch of people, though. I think it's something else going on. The company is betting on direct to consumer streaming. Yeah, that's the first thing that hit me. Streaming. They can't compete with what's going on online. That changes what kinds of shows and personalities it values. They may prefer talent who can host TV, produce digital content, podcast, and engage audiences on social media rather than specialists. I don't even have to turn the cards on that. That's exactly what it is. Because see, these people that they have now, and here's the deal. I feel like a lot of those people eventually would leave anyway, because you can see how streaming is doing, and people are starting their own shows, and they're making even a whole lot more money than probably what they're getting paid with TV, because people aren't watching the TV for those kinds of things as much. That's probably what it is. But I'm going to pull the cards anyway and see what they say. Because when you think about they let go that many people at one time, they're doing something really different than what the way they were going. Let's pull 3 cards. Two of Swords, Ace of Cups, and Justice. Okay, so it's like they got to make a choice. And because they're on the verge of doing something new, they see what's happening. They see exactly what's happening. And they know that these people could walk anyway. And then the justice is like they're trying to balance things so that they could stay relevant, because very possibly they are losing a lot of money. Yep. So I don't think it had anything to do with the people. It's just sad that the people, well, you know how that goes. The last to hire, the first to fire. And we're seeing that happen in real life these days. That's how it goes. Yeah. Yeah. She said even your elderly grandmother have switched, you switched her to streaming. Yeah. Yeah, you switched her to streaming. Well, probably, okay, Christine, maybe they just didn't renew contracts because they're all coming at different times, and which means that it'd be a while before they could restructure, and they're constantly losing money. They get these people off the payroll, but they still got to pay them because they broke their contract. But I have a feeling that that's going to be smoother for them to do it that way. And I think we see a lot of black faces because a lot of them were probably the last hires, and they hired them for a reason. We know that, um, because they thought that they would help their ratings. Hmm. You know who I would like to know about is Stephen A. Smith. But he already has his radio program. Him, I do not like. He does not. He always straddles the fence. He talks about black women in a negative way all the time. His name is not on that list though. Yeah. Oh, he just signed his new contract. Well, what the heck? So did this just come about all of a sudden? He just signed his. That's okay. They got to pay him. So while he's restructuring, yeah, you know why Stephen A. didn't get fired? He plays their game too much. But he already has. See, he already has his show. He already has his online show. Mm-hmm. That's right, Christine. Stephen A. Tap dances to the massa. Yeah, because he plays their game. Of course he does. He brings ratings because, but not as many as they could have because a lot of people don't like him. Okay, Let me ask about Stephen A. Smith, guys. Why not? Why not ask about him? All right, Spirit. We want to know about Stephen A. Smith. Can we ask you a question about Stephen A. Smith? Yes, thank you. Will he continue to hold on to his television position? Will he continue to hold on? Oh, wow, that's a big maybe. Okay, so they don't know yet. He's probably negotiating, or he's probably kissing butt right about now. Christine said they're going to shock him too. Yep, I believe it. Okay, they don't know yet. So that's being negotiated. What else could I ask about Stephen A? I wouldn't be surprised if Stephen A wasn't the one who told them that this is what, he has no control. He has no control over what the big people do, but he can put things in people's ears. And I'm sure they've been watching him. All right, Spirit. I know Stephen A doesn't have as much power as he thinks he has. Does he? Does he have as much power as he thinks he has? No. Okay. Did he have anything to do with the plan of, with the restructuring plan? Did he have any say at all in the restructuring plan? Yes. See, he always kissing butt. He'll do whatever. He don't care who he throws under the bus. He don't care what happens as long as he makes his mass some money. He said that. So why worry about all those stuff? Just make your mass some money. Okay. I'm going to ask it a different way. Will Stephen A. Smith eventually be replaced on his television position? Yes. He will eventually be replaced. Okay. So if they're trying to save money, he probably doesn't realize that they don't care about him like he thinks they do. So they would give somebody the position and pay him less. That's what I'm thinking. Oh, thank you, Valerie. So glad to see you. It's been a while. Thank you, thank you. I appreciate you. Florence said she gives him six months. Yeah. Christine, you're so right. Stephen A is like Tim Scott to me. To me too. They would throw him away when they are done. I agree. I agree. I just hope I can see it. But he's going to go on his show and he's going to make everything. But you know what, guys? First of all, Stephen A knows what's coming down the pipe. He does. And I wondered about this now. First, he has it's not little. He has a lot of people watching him on his show on YouTube, and he also has a commercial. I don't know if you guys seen him in a commercial. That was the first time I ever saw him doing a commercial. So I was shocked about that. So he knows what's coming. He knows. Yep. So it's a lot of stuff. Okay, guys, it looks like that was something I wanted to ask about too. Because you know what? It looks like a lot of things are being shaken up. You know what I mean? We're getting a lot of changes are happening. So let's ask Spirit about that. Um, when you talk about major networks doing things like that, I mean, probably there's other things, other big things that are going to happen too. So let's see. Okay, let's see. Spirit, what changes? What changes can we expect? I hate putting time on things. Um, what other changes can we expect to see, Spirit? Some fell out. I'm just going to leave them. What other changes can we expect to see? What other changes, Spirit, can we expect to see happening? Well, I'll clarify. Well, this is interesting, guys. Okay, so we have judgment, we have the universe or the world, strength, high priestess, patience, or four cups, and the eight of swords. One, two, three. I pulled 6 cards, and 4 of those 6 cards are major arcana. That is telling me, guys, that's telling me that it's going to be a big shakeup coming. Whatever is happening, it's going to be major. And this 8 of Swords showing up here at the bottom of at the end, I think we're going to see a lot of people going to jail. So there's going to be judgment, okay? Judgment is showing up. So things are going to happen. We're going to see some things happen with people, things that we probably were expecting anyway. And it's going to be universal. So don't think, or worldwide. So don't think that it's just going to be in the United States. There's going to be a big shakeup around the world. And we have the strength card. I think that we're going to be strong enough to handle it, but there is going to be a big shakeup. The high priestess is going to bring out all of that information that she had that she was carrying. We're going to see all of that show up. Then we have the 4 of Cups. this Four of Cups is a little different. It has a pregnant woman on it with carrying a baby, and the baby is showing up. So I think that what this is saying is that things, we're going to have some new births of things. We're going to see new births coming. So we're going to see things differently with that Four of Cups, because in this particular case, um, she's not disappointed. She's excited about what she's carrying. So it's going to be good things in the end. And then we're going to see, I think, with this Judgment card and this Eight of Cups, we're talking about seeing people get locked up. I mean, not Eight of Cups, Eight of Swords. Yep. That's what we have to look forward to. And we have the Nine of Cups at the bottom of the deck. And this Nine of Cups has a lot of stars in it. So it's like it's going to be very hopeful for the people. Yeah, I think that that's what we got to look for. That's coming forward. I just love that we got all these major arcana showing up here, because that's telling us that some major things are going to happen. These cards are nothing to play with here, but new births, new things are going to happen. Good things. When you see pregnancy, I think that is something good, because we're birthing something new. And then that Eight of Swords. Wow. That Eight of Swords has shown up in almost every reading that I've done. And I think that part of that, okay, we know that people are going to end up going to jail or prison or whatever. They're going to be locked up. But another part of that is saying that we are not as constricted as we think that we are, because it's like things have happened that's made people feel like people are not hopeful anymore, in a sense. I know we should be, but it's like there's been nothing happening, and we feel like we've been constrained in a sense. And that Eight of Swords is like those ropes around her are loose, and she can walk away and walk out of them. And I think that's another thing that Spirit is saying to us too. Um, we may have felt that we were constricted, but we really weren't. Things had to happen to show us what was really going on. And the thing about it is, it's happening around the world. So it's not going to just be in the United States. When things start falling, just like that, or what I read earlier, things are just, when it starts raining, it's just going to pour. All of it is going to come out. Yep. Oh, will they? I think I read before that he was gone, right? Let's see what I didn't do the pendulum on it though, but let's see what Spirit has to say about that. All right, Spirit, can we ask you a question about Mitch McConnell? Yes, thank you. Is Mitch McConnell on the other side now? Is he on the other side? Yes. Are they trying to keep it a secret? Yes. Will we find out anything about it in the very near future? No. Huh. Okay. Let's see. I gotta think about another question, another way to ask this. Um, will they be forced to tell the truth? Will they be forced to tell the truth about Mitch McConnell? Yes. Now I ask about the very near future. Time, though, with spirit, that could be tomorrow. I just can't understand. So, see, to me, this makes sense because, okay, let me just ask. There's a train going by, guys. You hear the train? Um, let's see. Okay, we hear you, so we know he's gone. He's gone. Okay, let me ask this. Has Mitch McConnell been cremated? Has Mitch McConnell been cremated? Look at that. I'm getting a big yes. Because what I can't understand is if he's passed, how long are they going to hold the body? What's her name? His wife, Chow. Chow, right? Okay. Has his wife had funeral services for him? Has his wife has? Yes. Thank you. Did his children attend the funeral services? No. Huh. Well, we know his children. Well, I know especially his daughter, but it seemed like he had a son and a daughter that they didn't get along. They didn't get along. That's why I asked if they attended. So I wonder. I'm sure in Orange Peel's case, he doesn't care about whether or not he, they do the flags at half staff and all that. As long as they keep it a secret. Because when she went back to China, guys, I feel like she knew he had passed. When Mitch McConnell's wife left the United States and went to China, first of all, did Mitch McConnell's wife leave the United States and go back to China? She did. Okay, thank you, Spirit. Did she leave when she found out he had passed? No. Did she, when she left, did she know that he was dying? When she left, Spirit, did she know that he was dying? Yes. Yes, by holding the information as long as they can, but he could be cremated, and if they cremate someone, which, they can still have a burial. We don't know what's in the casket, just like we didn't know with the one that that fell down the stairs. So they said. Hunter Biden is gonna be spilling some hot tea. He should. Yep. We didn't know it wouldn't be Donald. Yeah, they're keeping him going. The thing about it is, why I think that if he was really alive, they would be breaking their necks to show us that he really was alive. That's telling right there. That's telling right there. Well, let me see, because that is a different question that Flawed asked. Do you see them declaring Mitch deceased in Congress? Okay, let's ask that question. All right. Spirit, will Congress declare Mitch McConnell deceased? Says yes. Well, if they declare him deceased and he's not, somebody better come up with something. That would be wonderful if they did. They're probably going to do it before August. See, remember that card that came up in the first week of August? Um, the Five of Cups, grief. That was the first card that came up. Um, grief, regrets, all that stuff. Maybe that's part of the start of it. Yeah, I think she already had her baby too, which. But they got to show something. They've been talking about it and talking about it, and I hope they do um, declare him passed. Excuse me. Wow. Hmm. Wow, those were interesting cards and answers, guys. Do you have any more questions, guys, that you're interested in me checking out? I think things are going to come to a head next month. I think that by September, we should be looking really good. September, because next month is going to be a lot of stuff going on. That was very, very interesting. And see, now his sister wants to run for his seat. I heard that. Let's see if she'll make it, because his term was going to be up in January. Will Mitch McConnell's sister continue to fill his Senate seat? Will Mitch McConnell's sister continue to fill his Senate seat. No. She's just going to be temporary. She can try to run if she wants to. They already put her in her place. Well, she's not gonna make it. She's not gonna continue to hold that seat anyway. But I heard her talking, and she said she wanted to. Yep, I think that's good too. We don't need another hand of Mitch's in there. Do you guys have any other questions for me? Oh, yeah, I saw the comment, Christine. I know you don't know any names or anything like that. The man that was introducing the underage. Let's see if ChatGPT knows. Tell me everything you know about the man who allegedly was introducing young girls or underage models to Epstein, and he mysteriously died yesterday. Everything you know about him, I need to know. Let's see what they say. Daniel Siad, S-I-A-D, 69-year-old French modeling scout whose death was reported today. Here's what is known, alleged and still unknown. Okay, so yeah, he worked for, he was a scout for French modeling agency. Oh, his name appeared thousands of times in the U.S. Justice Department's release of Epstein files earlier this year. French authorities had opened an investigation into allegations including human traffic and ape, you know what I'm talking about, involving him and his connections with Jeffrey. So he was found unalived Monday evening at his home outside Paris. French prosecutors have opened an investigation in the case. No official cause of death. Yeah, it says that he allegedly recruited aspiring models. And they have emails that describe him as a scout recruiter of girls and women for EPS. Let's see what really happened with them. Let's see if we can find out. Okay, so of course he denied all wrongdoing. And women have come forward and accused him. So they haven't gotten an autopsy yet. Well, let's see. Let's see what happened to him. Siad. C ad. All right. Tell a spirit about Daniel C ad. He was unalived Monday. What happened to him? Daniel C ad. How did he die? It wasn't natural causes, that's for sure. We have the Ten of Wands. It's some kind of burden, heavy burden. He was oppressed with it. And we have the Fool. And we have the Two of Wands. This Two of Wands looks like two people at war with each other. So there was some kind of fight. It looks like the risk he took, there is he stepped in the fire. Things got too hot. Things got too hot. You know how that goes. It's like it's time for you to go. Anything else? Yep, they got him. Ace of Coins. I think that's a new birth for him. Chariot. Yep, he had to move on. And the Three of Wands. So, yeah, people got together and they made plans, and that happened. It was time for him to start a new path. Chariot took him on, and these other people worked together to make sure things were done in the right way. Yep. So, but we kind of figured that. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah, we know the same thing happened with Lindsay. And they will never, they've come up with everything. You know, he had heart problems, he had this, he had that. Okay. Well, he got back home just in time. I wonder what that was all about, though. I mean, Christine, I'm looking at yours. Did you see the ballet slippers and capri pants Andrew Tate had on when he was arrested? Yeah, what was that all about? Can you guys hear me now? Brenda says she can't hear me. Maybe I was turned away from the mic for a minute. Can you guys hear me okay? Brenda, you're the first one that said that, so I don't know. Yeah. Yeah, everybody else can hear me. So I think um, that's a good question. Brenda, go out and come back in and see if that helps. Okay, let's see. That's a good question about Lindsay. All right, Spirit. Can we ask you a question about Lindsay? Spirit says yes, thank you. Was Lindsey Graham poisoned? Was he poisoned? See, it says yes, allegedly. It says yes, allegedly for entertainment purposes only. Wow. Well, it just didn't feel right when it happened. You could feel that something was off with that. Wow. Yeah, that was just. But it makes you wonder why are others still here? You know. That's what I think about a lot. I guess we could read on it and see. I hate to read on here, but I can't. I can't hear you on my TV, but I can hear you a little bit on my tablet. Sorry about that, Brenda. My equipment says that it's excellent, so I don't know. Maybe it's something to do with your internet, maybe. Um, yeah, which you're probably right. Yeah, I wonder if it's something to do with your equipment because mine's is saying that it's excellent. So, and I see my little green things moving up and down. Maybe if I come closer. Is that better, Brenda? Is that better? Hmm. Okay. Well, I'm going to read on orange peel, guys, and see what we get. How about that? Why not? Everything we say here is for entertainment purposes, and everything is allegedly. Oh, great, great. And the monster. Let's read on the monster. I hear you, Christine. I hear you. Okay. All right, Spirit. Give us the truth, as you always do. Well, let me read the cards right, in the right way. I'll say that, Spirit. All right. What can you tell us about the orange monster? Can you tell us about the orange monster? I think maybe I should be more specific. Let's see. Well, let's ask, what does the month of August look like? What does the month of August look like for Orange Peel? What will he be facing the month of August, in the month of August? Spirit. What will he be up against in the month of August? What will Orange Peel be up against in the month of August? Okay. I'll pull 5 cards. And we have the Two of Wands fighting, but he's always doing that. And we have the Princess of Coins. That would be the Knight of Coins. And then we have the Seven of Swords. Well, he's always trying to get away with something. And then we have the Eight of Coins and the Hanged Man. Okay. That's a princess. Okay. That would be like a page. Okay. Well, he's going to be fighting some new information about money. Again, he's going to be there's going to be some kind of conflict with him about money, and this Seven of Swords here's a little different, because what I see with this Seven of Swords is about It may have something to do with uh, E. Jean Carroll or the kind of thing that happened with her. You guys can see this card here. It has something to do with something like that, and the sword is going to come down on him. Then we have, I think she's going to get some more money. We have the 8 of coins, and this woman is standing here, and she is collecting the coins. Somebody's going to get some money from him, and she's the only one I can think of right now that, and doesn't he owe her like 80 million or something? She may be coming into that money. And then we have the Hanged Man. What are you telling me here? Um, this hanged man looks like he's ready to be eaten up by fish, like he's dissolving in the water and the fish are waiting for him. I think he's slowly dissolving, guys. I hope you can see it. My camera looks like it's a little blurry for some reason, but can you guys see that? It's happening slowly. It's happening slowly. Looks like he's going down. So, I think she's going to get the rest of her money. Todd Blanche. I don't think he's going to get. Let's see what's happening with him. All right, Spirit. Can we ask you a question about Todd Blanche? Can we ask you a question about Todd Blanche? What? Wait a minute. What is he being confirmed for, guys? What are we talking about for him? He is. I forgot. I know he's supposed to be getting some kind of confirmation. What is Todd Blanche looking to be confirmed for? I know you guys probably can tell me, but. Oh, okay. He's serving as acting Attorney General. Oh yeah, okay. After he removed Pam Bondi, so he's looking for that permanent position. Yeah, I knew somebody knew. Thank you, Brenda. Um, wow. Well, let's see. All right, Spirit. We are talking about Todd Blanche. Will he be confirmed as permanent U.S. Attorney General. Will he be confirmed as the permanent U.S. Attorney General? Will he be confirmed, Spirit? Oh my God. It says yes. Okay. Okay, so if he's confirmed, it said yes. I thought I had gotten no before. Okay, so he's gonna only be able to stay as long as Orange Pill's there, right? Okay, if a new president comes in, can he lose that position depending on the president? Yes. So he won't have long. If he gets it, the president appoints the attorney general. So he won't have long if he gets it. But it looks like he will. So yeah, attorney general. Thanks, Witch. Thanks, Brenda. Yeah, but I don't think he's going to last as long as she did. Yeah. I think he's probably already on his way to jail anyway. Christine, don't you think, eventually? But I think he got out of it when, wasn't he part of the Atlanta group that they were taking down in some kind of way? He got out of it. It seems like he was, if I can remember right. When they took the case away from the black lady, I can't think of her name now. Seems like he was a part of that group. So I don't think he's gonna be able to do too much. Now attorney generals. So exactly how much damage can they do? He's on very time. I don't think he'll get a jail get out of free card. Huh. Really? You know, and that's probably why I thought he wasn't going to get it. I did hear that. But I don't even know how they do. Does the whole Congress have to vote on it? Or did the Bar Association say that they don't recommend Blanche for that position? Did they say that? So officially, he would only still. Okay, it says it was not the American Bar Association that issued formal not qualified rating. The ABA, well-known rating system, is primarily used for federal judicial nominees, not for attorney general nominees. However, the New York City Bar Association did send a letter to the Senate Judiciary Committee urging senators to reject Blanche's nomination. So it was the New York Bar Association The letter said they believe he is unfit to lead an ethical and independent Department of Justice. So he probably would work like William Barr did. And they said the criticism was because he's his independence, because of his independence to the president, his handling of the Epps file and other Justice Department decisions made while he's been acting Attorney General. Hmm. Well, I don't know if they're going to go by that. What I was wondering is if they would have, but I guess, I don't know how they vote. How do they vote? Do they vote as one body, or does the House and the Senate vote separately? And if so, how many, would they have enough senators, Republicans, to clear him? Because I don't know anything about that. Hmm. I thought that the bar association could do it, but it has to be. Does it have to be the state that he works in, or does it have to be the bar association in general? And it says yes, the cabinet position like attorney general. Only the U.S. Senate votes. Ah, see, that's the problem, guys. Only the U.S. Senate votes. The House of Representatives does not vote on cabinet confirmations. Okay, so it says the full Senate votes and a simple majority is enough to confirm the nominee. If the vote is 50-50, the vice president can cast the tie-breaking vote. Okay, so yeah, there's a chance he could get in. They currently have 53 seats. The Democrats hold 45, and there are two independents who usually caucus with the Democrats. So even, let's see, 45, they still wouldn't have enough. Okay, so what about the two that they lost? Oh, okay, so his sister took his place, and we don't know what's going to happen with what's his name. So they still would have enough, though. That's how he's going to get confirmed. Yeah. So it's two people, Tillis and John Corrin. They have expressed concerns. So even if they lose those two, they'll still have enough to get him confirmed. So I guess he will be. Yeah. But see, they got 53. And even if so we would have 47 if the two independents voted with the Democrats. 47, they have 53. Even if they lost, let's say they lost 3, they lost, we still couldn't do it. So if they lost McConnell and these two people that are kind of on the fence, they still would have 50 to 47. Yeah. Hopefully, some of them, it'll change. Because I don't know when is the vote. Do you guys know when the vote is? I guess they got to get through going over drilling him and all that first, right? When will the vote take place? July 5th. Let's see, wait a minute. The hearing is July 15th, 16th. Okay, so then they got to vote on whether to send his nomination to the full Senate. And if the committee approves him, Senate Majority Leader John Thune would then schedule the nomination for a vote. Thune's, I don't know, maybe. So we'd have to have at least, let's see, 47, at least 5 people, 6 people, 5 or 6 people vote against him. Yep, the dam is starting to break. They don't want to be left going to jail, so it's not going to be all of them being moral. They just want to protect themselves. Mm-hmm. Yep, that's right. Can they sit the vote out? Can members of the Senate sit the vote out? Just not vote? Yes. They can choose not to vote. Vote yes, no. They are present, but vote present. This is uncommon for nominations. They don't vote at all. They may be absent, have a conflict, or deliberately choose not to cast a vote. Okay, it takes 51 votes to confirm him. Or 50 plus, okay. 50 plus the vice president. If 98 senators vote because 2 are absent, then 50 to 48 would be enough to confirm him. Yeah, if they got the majority. Yeah. Yeah, I guess they could do that. You think that'll happen, Christine? Okay. Let's hope so. Let's hope that's what happens. He'll throw somebody else up there just as crazy as he is. It's just time for him to be out, is what I think. Anything else you guys want me to look at? Will some sit out the vote? Okay. It's a good question. All right, Spirit, we're talking about Todd Blanche still. Can we ask you another question? Yes. Will some of the senators sit out the vote when it comes to confirming him? Oh, we get yes. Thank you. Will he be confirmed anyway? Will he be confirmed anyway? See, I'm still getting yes. Still getting yes, Christine. It probably won't be enough. That's what it sounds like. It won't be enough. Unfortunately. But like I said, I think the thing we have to look forward to is the fact that he won't be in there that long. I guess he could do some harm. Christine. I know. Bill Barr did so much. I remember that. If he got, no, it wouldn't have anything to do with her. I'm thinking of the lady who he owes millions to, because you know the reason he wants to get him confirmed is so that he can take away whatever charges he has. But Pam Bondi couldn't do it. What are some of the reasons that the president would pick someone like Todd Blanche to be nominated? Is he thinking of ways? Can you read between the lines? And is he thinking of ways that he could help him out of some of his legal issues? That is, the president, is he thinking of ways that Blanche could help him out of some of his legal issues? Reading between the lines, I know you don't know for sure, but just what could happen. Yeah. I don't, it's a lot of things that we would think that they couldn't do, but they hold things up, which is what he's been trying to do anyway. They hold things up for so long, and that could be part of it. Maybe even if, they find these little loopholes and then they stop things from happening that they don't want to happen. So, you never know. Okay, says Miss Foster, that's a fair question. The key is to distinguish between. Oh, come on, I don't want to hear all that. Okay, it says no one outside the president's inner circle knows exactly why he made the nomination. Okay, the main possibilities that political observers discuss ranked from the most supported by public evidence to the most speculative. Trust and loyalty. Okay, we already know that. That's number one. Shared legal philosophy. A president may nominate someone, okay, because they share the same. Could include opinions about the role of federal prosecutors, executive power, criminal justice, or how the Justice Department should prioritize cases. See, confidence in management. Okay. I don't think that has anything to do. It's about him running the organization that has tens of thousands of employees. They're not concerned with that, I don't think, at all. I think they're just concerned with keeping their own butts out of hot water. Um, okay, it says the Attorney General oversees the Department of Justice. We know that. And the Department of Justice makes many important prosecutorial decisions. Presidents often choose attorney generals whom they believe will faithfully carry out their policies. Um, okay, I was trying to see if there's anything else important here. So if there was a problem, they're saying um, questions could arise whether the Attorney General should oversee it or delegate it to someone else. And we know that's not going to happen because that's not how Trump works. He gets who he wants in there and they do everything. Reading between the lines, the reasonable interpretation is Trump almost certainly values Blanche's loyalty and judgment. Trump likely believes Blanche understands his legal policies and priorities. Critics worry with this closeness could make it difficult for Blanche to appear independent. Supporters argue that having previously represented a client, yeah, because he said that he was his lawyer at one point, does not prevent a lawyer from serving ethically in government. Well, we know he's just going to be another one of his lawyers again. He's going to take care. It's not going to have anything to do with the United States unless it has, or the people, unless it has something to do with improving Orange Peel's pocket. That's what he's all about. That's what he's all about. Yeah, Christine, I thought you meant Barr. I don't know, guys. I think we just got to see what comes first. 2 more years, or something happens, something in between. Yep, that's what it's all about. It's his pockets, and we know that. So I'm gonna pull a card for us, guys. I'm gonna pull a angel card for us. Me too. I would take it in between. However that comes, and as soon as possible. I agree with you, Witch. All right, Spirit, what is it that you want us to know right now? What is the Spirit that you want us to know right now? Okay, one card. And we have card number 500. Guess I don't know if you guys can see it. 500. It says ruminate. Is it worth the risk? Your angels acknowledge that you are losing your patience with a situation that isn't changing. Wow. Wow. That is so true. They are guarding you against rash decisions made on a whim. You don't have to make a choice today. Give yourself time to ponder what you should do next. Reflect and perhaps journal on the feeling of dissatisfaction you have. What do they mean at a surface level? What do they mean at a surface level? And how do they play into patterns of your past? Yep, patience. Yep, we are tired of this situation that doesn't seem to be changing. This is the perfect card, guys. Wow. Yeah, those cards that. Hi, Blueberry. Oh, I'm so sorry to hear that. You say your grandmother passed, and I just been trying to get my life together. Oh, so sorry to hear that. Well, I hope you can we're sending you lots of love and light, and I hope you, I mean, feel better is not the words to use, but find peace. I know how hard that is. Thank you for joining us, guys, and I will see you guys next Wednesday, same time, same place. Thank you so much for being here. You guys have a good week, good evening, and a good rest of your week. Bye. Thank you so much also for the contributions. I appreciate it, and I will talk to you guys later.